So remember, the big deal is it should feel good. Not just now, but the whole class. Let it feel good. It's supposed to feel good. We have this notion that if it doesn't feel good, we're achieving something, we're progressing. And once we get in the habit, and we believe we have to achieve and progress and attain, and we associate the achieving, the attainment with it not feeling good, when those get intertwined, it's a whole ball of wax we've got to deal with. And the head likes to deal with things. So the whole point of this practice, the premise, the underlying basic fundamental premise is simplify. Let it be simple. The head is about complex, the heart is about simple. Begin to discern the difference, not the semantic difference, but the feeling difference. So one of the skills we want to lean into is our innate capacity to feel, listen. It's not just feeling, it's not just listening. If you're just listening, typically you're listening from your head. And you're trying to fit what you hear into the definitions of the words and the concepts that you're holding on to. You want to understand it if you're listening from your ears. The invitation isn't to understand and collect more knowledge. It's instead to shift to feeling the goodness, feeling the alignment, feeling the balance, feeling the peace, feeling what's the feeling tone of that which is being conveyed. The feeling, the truth, is in the words, and that is much larger. The truth in the words is larger than the words. It's in the sound itself. So don't limit what you're allowing yourself to receive to what the head would perceive. Does that make sense? Don't limit what you would receive to what the head would perceive, because the head is simply limited to the definitions you're holding on to. If you drop out of the head and open and welcome and receive, you're opening to something much larger. You could think, here's an analogy. If you're in your head, you're in the wave part of you. It's dynamic and so forth, it's fun. But as you drop into the heart of you, the ocean of you, think of the difference in size. A little puny wave, even a big wave, relative to the ocean is pretty puny. So if you're hanging out in your head, which by the way, we don't need more practice with, is where we typically hang out. If you're hanging out in your head, there's no stretching involved. Sure, there's physical stretching, but no real shifting can happen. Because from the wave perspective, everything's familiar to us. We're staying in the realm of familiar. We want to keep it just so. So, the invitation, step one, drop in. And the head wants to know, how do you do that? What am I supposed to do? Is there a pose? Is there a breathing? How am I supposed to sit? Am I supposed to do something else? And step one is, before you do anything, let go. It's not a doing, it's an allowing. fundamental difference. So things that'll help: relax the belly, interrupt that holding habit in the belly, relax the belly. It gives you immediate connection to your innate capacity of discernment. Relax your belly so you can discern things. You can know things without needing to resort to your head and think about them. Relax the belly. And you might check as you go through class, whenever you find yourself in your head, first thing, check your belly, relax the belly. If you're in your head, chances are you're holding in the belly. And we've rationalized and justified and give a whole list of why you need to hold in the belly. I would vote for, again, use this time to explore more of the ocean of you outside simply what's familiar. So relax the belly, that'll help. And relax your face, give your eyes a rest, especially your eyes. And let your body know it's okay to let go, it's safe to let go. It interrupts that fight or flight physiology. Relax the eyes. Give them a rest. And then go ahead and relax your jaw. But gently close your mouth. If it's comfortable, gently close your mouth. So you're breathing in and out of the nose only. Just that much. Let the tongue relax off the roof of the mouth. And this nose breathing is actually the natural way to breathe. Meaning, when you breathe through your nose only, quite naturally, without managing it and directing it and doing it, if you breathe through your nose only and allow the breath to happen, allow yourself to be breathed. If you breathe through your nose only, you cannot maintain and sustain the habituated, enculturated fight or flight physiology, which is good news, because that is what wreaks havoc on your physicality. Most of the ailments we experience day to day are a consequence of insisting and persisting on trying to maintain and sustain and perfect this, what we perceive to be the gold standard, the way to be in the body. It promises to get us to peace, all the while postponing it. It promises to get us to balance, all the while postponing it. To just interrupt it. Again, not by doing anything, managing anything, but by interrupting, stopping, abandoning the way we've been doing, the things we've been doing. Relax the belly. So we're learning what it feels like to shift from doing to being. Peace is found where it's to be had. Balance is to be found where it's to be had. Or you could say it the other way. Peace is to be had where it's to be found. Likewise, balance. Peace is where I am. That's capital I, capital A. So it's within you. Before we do anything else, before posing, suppose, what if you were to just drop in now? So you relax in the belly, relax in the face, the eyes, and the jaw, allowing the breath as best we're able to get out of the way. You see, you're allowing your heart to beat, let your breath move in its way, like your heart's moving in its way. You don't direct the heart, manage it. You just allow it. Now there's one more tool that I find very helpful. It's readily accessible. Simple, so simple the head would have you dismiss it, ignore it. And it's powerful. It's like a reset button. It cuts to the chase, you could say. So, without rushing it, without forcing it, when you're ready, simply take a gentle but big breath in, and then let it go. Feel where you end up. Feel the pause. And then abide in the pause without holding yourself in it. Just feel, listen inwardly. Notice when your breath starts to move again, all on its own, which it will. It's quite natural. Let it happen. And then just to make sure you're not imposing something on yourself, like I have to sit stock still, go ahead and very lightly, very gently, just feel inwardly, listen, feel inwardly, and very subtly shift your weight a little bit here or a little bit there, not to get anywhere, not to ascribe to some aesthetic or alignment, but just feel your way into where you feel lighter. Feel your way into where you notice your body's relaxing, letting go. One of the cool things about our body is when your body feels fundamentally supported. Where does support happen? Right where you are. Right where I am, capital I, capital A M, right where peace is, balance is. So as you feel your way in, when your body feels supported, your body starts to let go. Your body abandons holding in favor of having. That's the natural way of being. But for most of us, that's the challenge. To shift from having to support yourself, which we are accustomed to. It gives us something to do. It gives us a sense of purpose. To shift from having to support yourself to simply having support. It's not a doing, it's an allowing. Relax the belly. You might want to wriggle and snuggle gently. Feel more parts of you that are actually touching down, and then let those parts soften a little bit. Melt into that which is supporting you. Allow support right where you are before we do anything. Breath is happening, heart is beating, support is happening, peace is happening. It's like you are a portal. You're the place where peace comes into the world through you, as you, through you, as you. Not by what you do or say, not because you've lost 5 pounds or mastered a yoga pose. It's the natural way of being. Where is that place within you? That interface place, that sweet spot. Feel for it. Feel for it. Keep listening inwardly. You'll be aware of my voice, but let the sound just go right by you like the car is going by outside. You need not focus on the words. The meaning is clear to your heart. Relax into that meaning. So a couple minutes. Just check in with your belly. Notice if you inadvertently started holding your belly. When you're ready, without forcing it, without rushing it, take another big breath in. And let it go. When you take a big breath in, your body feels replete. Your body feels full and abundant. So when you let go, you really let go. And you find when you really let go, you find yourself dropping deeper than that floor that you thought was supporting you. Suddenly you're deeper. Deeper where? Deeper in within you. Deeper into what's really supporting you. The substrate. The isness of you. The oceanness of you. And it's unmistakable, the feeling. It's different feeling. Not because you've done anything, but because you stopped insisting on a false floor. You stop walking around on eggshells and you're letting yourself be grounded. You see. What comes to mind is a instance years ago, before home base. Teaching in our home. And I had a local teacher. She since moved out of the area, but she came to the little studio there, Sacred Onion, and did a class. At the end of class, she remarked to me, you know, at the end of meditation and before we even started class, the way she described it, before we even started class, I felt as though I do in Shavasana. And it presented an enigma for her, conundrum. If you're starting with the end goal, if you're starting with the whole reason you're doing your practice, but if you're starting with that, then what's the point of your practice? It presented her with a real conundrum. It's a great question. What are you practicing? Are you practicing something that promises to deliver peace and balance and so forth, but all the while postponing it? Why postpone it? Can we simply start with having and then not abandon having, just to go back to what's familiar? Stay in what feels good. The goodness may feel not so familiar. Give yourself permission to let it feel better. Let it feel more better, as they say in Hawaii. It's okay. And when you find in class, suddenly you've gone from yoga-ing to doing yoga, notice that difference. Notice the contrast. And choose for yoga-ing. Yoga-ing, you can be yoga-ing while you're doing yoga, or you can just be doing yoga. There's a difference. Get good at the yoga-ing part, because you can be yoga-ing wherever you are. Driving your car, walking around, cooking, at work. That's when you're connected to inspiration. Creativity. The life force is creative. And it's moving you. Right? The ocean is moving the wave. You're being moved. Let yourself be moved and feel the movement. And then the wave is just being a wave. It's not trying to be anywhere else or be anything else. The crows outside are just being crows. They're not trying to be anything else. Let's just be you. You don't need practice being you. You just need to drop into you. Let everything else slough off. Let it go. Stop energizing it. What's left? If it's just you, what's left? It's pretty awesome. Okay, let's make a little sound and then we'll proceed. So let's start with the heart. I always like to start with the heart, start the week with the heart. The sound I like for heart is ah, like Father. Any pitch, any tone, any volume, 3 or 4 really long exhales. When you're ready, big breath in. Check in with your breath without intervening. Just feel, listen to your breath, see if it feels any different than when we started. Check in with your body, maybe the parts that were speaking to you, see if anything feels different now than when we started. And then staying right where you are, relaxing right where you are, being right where you are. Be aware of the space around you and see if this feels any different than when we started. So to the extent you've begun dropping in without holding on, letting go and allowing, dropping into where the happening is happening without having to happen it, to the extent you've started yogaing, these things will start to feel different. Not because you're doing anything, but because you're not doing what you were doing all the while. So the practice is feel, listen, let it feel good, allow support, feel into where more support is already happening in this shape and that shape, in this movement and that movement. Resist the temptation today, this morning, from going into the aesthetic and the alignment from your head's point of view, go into from a feeling point of view. I find engaging in lines of energy to be extremely helpful in those regards. Remember, your arms, your legs, your neck all start from the solar plexus. So and that's the way you're designed. So as you drop into you, those get activated in a more conscious way. You start to feel supported right where you are. And you'll notice when you're out of alignment, capital A alignment, when you're disconnecting, right? Oh, the reception isn't so good when I'm doing this. Let me stop doing that and come back to where the reception is really good, where I can be online. So at first, it may be helpful to not stretch your physical limits so far, but play with the edges. Start where it feels good and then explore out without abandoning in. Just play around today. So when you're ready to proceed, just wiggle the fingers and toes, let your body know you're getting ready. And let's, you don't have to jump right up. You can do some, whatever you want, cat-cow on your hands and knees, or you can twist a little, whatever you feel like you need to do. And find your way up. Find your way up. Eventually, you join in whenever you come up. Just join in whenever you come up. A couple blocks, maybe a scrap. And then just make sure you organize yourself so when you move your arms around, you're not going to bump into them. But if you close your eyes and you feel a little unwieldy, then make sure there's something next to you, close by, like a wall, instead of a person. So it's there if you need it. If you want to close your eyes closed. You don't have to. I like closing my eyes a lot. It helps me connect to the feeling more easily. So when you're ready, just be comfortable with the part of this sachet. Just shift your weight this way, shift your weight down, and back and forth. No particular rhythm. Notice your head wants a rhythm. Your head wants it to be consistent. What would it feel like if there's no pattern, no rhythm, nothing match my rhythm? And relax your belly. Go ahead, relax your belly. And now, as you, let's get the head something to focus on, that helps. So as you shift your weight to one side, what lights up? What do you feel? What are you aware of? And is it different when you go to the other side? What's speaking to you? What part? So you're saying love your body, and you're just shifting. Weight one side, other side. What's simple? Couldn't be any simpler. One side, other side. What lights up on one side? What lights up on the other side? Same things, different things. Say hello. Say hello with your awareness. Like those parts of your body in your practice. You want to be gentle with you, especially those parts that are speaking to you. And then same movements back and forth as it is, as it will. And this time let's shift our focus. So as you go to one side, what happens to the opposite foot? Does it come off the floor a little bit or more or all the way? Is it different from one side to the other? Is it different from time to time? So you don't have to make anything happen. Just feel what happens as you're moving. Come into that observer place. Into that observer place. And then go ahead and zero in where it feels like you have equal weight on both feet. Where is that spot? Equal weight on both feet. And then soften your knees. It's like plugging two little Lego blocks in. Plug your feet in by softening your knees. And then go ahead and push your feet down. Peel up your toes. Spread your fingers out really wide. Spread your toes out really wide. Put the baby toe down first, along with the big toe. And then go ahead and relax your fingers and just let your heels lift the paper off the mat. And then put them down. Good. Soften your knees again. And then put your hands on your hips. Find your hip bones with your fingers. When you soften your knees, your hip bones are plumb line and right above your ankles. Let's keep the hip bones above the ankles. So put your hands in front of your hips. Push back gently. Don't let the hips come forward. Just straighten your legs. So your behind is definitely behind you. And you might feel like you're hinging forward. Probably are. So roll the shoulders back, one and the other, so the shoulders are above the hips, above the ankles. And it might feel like your chin is jutting forward. It probably is. Stretch them out wider between your feet. Feel that. Stretch them out wider between your feet. That engages lines of energy down through the legs. You're activating the outside of your thighs. And so then, as you inhale, chin up. Peel up your toes. And as you exhale, chin down, hips into hands, hands into hips. Don't move the hands or hips, just push them in together. Relax your jaw. Inhale, chin up, stretch them out wider between your feet. Peel up your toes. Long throat. Exhale, chin drops down, hands into hips, hips into hands. Without clenching your glute muscles, without using your perineum. So interrupt those and habituate holding patterns. Inhale, stretch them out with the feet, chin up, long throat. Exhale, chin down, hands into hips, hips into hips. Hands. Relax the perineum. Let's do maybe one more of those. Inhale, long throat. Stretch them out wider. Exhale, long neck, hands into hips, hips into hands. And then go ahead and zero in on where the chin is not up or down, but right in between. Not up, not down, right in between. Right in between. Feel for the in-between place. And now move your face, without lifting or lowering your chin, move your face back away from the center of the room until your ears are above your shoulders, above your hips, above your ankles. And you'll feel light. You might even feel like you're going to fall back. Don't fall back. Just like that light feeling. Be in that light place. And see how different it is. Let it feel light. Let yourself be supported. Tadasana. Like this is that place where suddenly you're connecting the earth and the sky, and you become the conduit right where you are. We haven't done anything yet. We're just tapped into it. You just tapped into it. That's it. That's it. Okay, let's go ahead and let's flick your fingers with your thumbs. Shake your hands lightly like you're shaking water off your hands. And then shake your triceps. And then shoulders up, chin up. Relax your jaw, shoulders up, chin up, peel up your toes again. Shoulders up, chin up, squeeze, and then drop your shoulders down like a few circles. Okay, and then just jostle a little bit. Let go of any notion of, okay, I can hold myself this way. Let's just let go of that. Let it go, let it go. Okay, feet comfortably apart. Feet comfortably apart. And let's just shift your weight over into your right leg. Shift your weight on your right leg. Now, we're going to do a couple of movements. We're going to do a simple movement a few times just to get a sense of the movement. I want you to keep your legs straight. Keep your legs straight and slowly, slowly shift your weight. So your left knee is going to bend. You're going to peel your left heel down on the floor, your foot all the way to the heel. Straight legs straight, slowly, slowly shift your weight. Slowly, slowly shift your weight until all the weight is on the left side. When the weight is on the left side, raise up the weight on the right side, then straighten that leg. Slow, 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 slow. Straight leg straight, slowly shift your weight. Straight leg straight, slowly, slowly shift your weight. Slowly, slowly shift your weight. When all the weight is over, straighten the leg. Again, straight leg straight, slowly, slowly shift the weight. Slowly, slowly, slowly shift the weight. When you feel supported, your legs straight. Okay, last time. And then we're going to shift our awareness a little bit. Straight legs straight, slowly shift the weight. So we have the general idea of the movement. Very simple, very basic movement. So now, when your right leg is straight, I'd like you to tune into your body and relax. Interrupt the holding places. Where is it holding? So face, eyes, jaw, belly, glute muscles, perineum is the big deal here. So you don't need to do the Mula Bandha deal. Just relax. Let support happen. So now, so no holding. Start with no holding as best you're able. Allow as much as you can support to happen. Now, stay in that allowing place. So very slowly, straight leg straight, slowly start to shift your weight. Pause. Interrupt the holding. Notice how you probably started holding the perineum. Where else? Let it go. If you've noticed holding, go even slower. Slow, slow, slow. Slow, slow, slow. Straight leg straight. Stop. Pause. Interrupt the holding. And go slowly enough so you don't engage in holding. Go slowly enough so you don't engage in holding. Slow, slow, slow. Super slow motion. When I come back to this, after not having done it for a while, I've got to go super slow. When all your weight is over, again, as you straighten the leg, do it slowly. Don't engage in holding. Don't engage in holding, especially the perineum. Especially the perineum. Once your straight leg is straight, slowly start to shift your weight. Go slowly enough so you can feel you're not going to resort to holding. You're not going to default into holding. So if you're noticing you're holding, go slower. Go slower. If you're not holding, you can go faster. Very gentle, very slow. Just a couple of those. So back and forth a couple of times. The whole point is moving and allowing as you're moving. Allowing as you're moving. Allowing as you're moving. Allowing as you're moving. It might help if as you're moving you stretch the mat gently wider between your feet. Try that. What happens? When I engage lines of energy, typically I don't hold as much in the perineum. Try it. See what happens. So finish the one you're on now. Finish the one you're on now. Remember, straight leg straight. Slowly shift the weight. Maybe stretch the mat wider between the feet. And when you're ready and you come up, let's just go ahead and shake the legs out. So you don't have to, you've registered something in your body, just shake out the stuff that doesn't need to be there anymore. So flick your fingers, shake your hands, shake your triceps. One more time, gently, shoulders up, chin up, peel up your toes. Peel up your toes, and then drop your shoulders down. Okay, just Stand as you are, as you will, feet comfortably apart, wherever it is. Notice your arms. Turn your palms to face the front. And then turn your palms to face away from each other. So mostly when we do that, typically we're externally rotating the arms. So this will be the inhale position for your arms. And the exhale position will be just the opposite. So we'll turn the palms back toward your body. Turn the palms toward the wall behind you. Keep turning your arms inwardly till the palms are out. Again, thumbs pointing back. So you're opening the back door of your heart. This is the exhale position for your arms. When you're here, I'd like you to soften your knees, drop your chin, round your back, and tuck your pelvis a little bit. Spread your fingers super wide here. Okay, so from here, inhale, push the feet, let the arms turn back. Externally rotating the arms. Float your chin, stretch the mat wider between the feet. Inhale, long front. Exhale slowly. You're going to drop your chin, round your back. Your arms are turning inwardly. Spread your fingers super wide. Tuck your pelvis gently. Round your back. So inhale, long front. Push down with the feet. Stretch the mat wider with the feet. Long throat. Stretch the mat. Exhale, round your back. So move with your breath. Move with your breath. Stretch the fingers wide as you exhale. Tuck your pelvis. Inhale, long front. Stretch the mat. So we're engaging lines of energy in the movement. Smooth, fluid movement. Move slowly enough to feel supported in the movement. Don't wait till you get to the bottom or the top. Feel supported all the way through. Maybe one more time. Maybe one more time. Next time you come to your inhale shake, stay there, but bring your chin to neutral. Bring your chin to neutral, not up, not down. Move your face back until you feel that sweet spot. Like you're the stick being balanced on the finger. You're the stick being balanced on light. Find the right place. Let me light. So inhale, reach up, look up. Where do your hands come together, surround the 8th chakra place. Exhale, spread the fingers. Let your arms return to your side. Let them arrive at around the bottom of the breath. Inhale, reach up. Look up. Then peel the toes. Exhale, spread the fingers. Arms come back to your side. We're going to add something. Feet comfortably apart. Inhale, reach up. Look up. And you're just going to go back and forth. You decide what the rhythm is for you. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, spreading the fingers wide, arms coming down. Okay, next time your arms are up, let's keep the arms up. And as you shift to one side, reach that arm higher. What happens? Feel inside. What happens? Where does it happen? When does it happen? And feel the contrast when you go to the other side. What happens? Where does it happen? When does it happen? So as you go to one side, reach up higher. Feel that. What's speaking to you? Exhale. Go to the other side. Inhale, reaching up on one side. Exhale to the other. Inhale, reaching up on the other side. Now, feel the difference between the two sides. Which side would you characterize as being tighter? It might be tight on both sides. Which side for you is the tighter side? Whichever side is the tighter side, go there now. Does not matter which one it is. And if you're not sure, just pick a side. So you're on one side, one arm is up, and the opposite heel is up. So from here, reach up less high, pause, interrupt the holding places, the perineum, the glutes, the obvious ones. And then come out of it even more until both feet are flat. Let's start with both feet flat. And interrupt as much holding as you can. Abandon holding in favor of having support. You still have one arm up. So now we're going to go really slowly here. I want you to slowly, with your breath, inhale, feel up, reach up, feel, listen inwardly. As soon as any action starts to happen, any stretching, stop. Keep breathing, keep inhaling, stop, reaching. Exhale, slowly come out of it until it appears to disappear. So I want you to play with that little edge, the start place. Inhale, reach up, go slow. Stop as soon as you start to feel anything happen somewhere. Keep breathing. Bring the light of your awareness into where the is, and then exhale, come out of it. Let it appear to disappear. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up. Feel inside, go slow. We're not trying to get anywhere. You don't have to touch the ceiling. You don't have to go to your maximum. Exhale, slowly come out of it. And now we're going to change it a little bit. Change our intention. Inhale, like before, slow. Feel for the start. When you get there, acknowledge it, and then proceed without being aggressive. Feel the difference. Exhale, come out of it. Let it appear to disappear. Stay with support. Stay with having support. Inhale, reach up. Don't abandon support. Feel for the start place. Acknowledge it, then proceed without abandoning support. Proceed. Proceed. What happens? Exhale, come on out of it. And then when you're ready, go ahead and reach up and feel for a stretch that is apparent but not too much. It's apparent but not too much. And once you have that stretch, take your top hand, whatever one's reaching up, and reach across your body slowly. Hips go in the direction of the upper arm. You can look up, you can look at the arm, you can look underneath the top arm, you can look where the heart's pointing, you can look down. You might stretch them out wider between your feet. You might give your hips something to push into, like the opposite elbow or arm. You can turn your belly button a little left or a little right. So play around in this shape. You might reach the top hand where it's going. You can open the palm. What happens if you turn it toward the floor or where your heart's pointing? So play around in the shape. Explore the shape. Like imagine the shape was like a windshield. And if you just keep cleaning the part of the windshield where the windshield wipers are, you've got a whole part of the windshield that never gets clean. Right? So explore the whole shape. Explore the whole windshield. And cleaning it out, like invite breath into the whole space, the whole place. A couple more breaths. When you're ready to come out of there, we're going to move with the exhale. Open your mouth and come on back. And then you shift your weight side to side. A couple of times. Now, feel the contrast between the two sides. It should be more apparent, more obvious, and feel the consequence of what just happened. So you're reaching to one side, you reach up on the other side, feel the difference, back and forth a few times. And then without rushing it, when you're ready, go to side two. Go to side two. And feel that. Feel that. Reach up, feel what happens, where it happens, when it happens. And then slowly, slowly come out of it. Pause, interrupt the obvious holding places. And then come out of it until both feet are flat. And interrupt is even more holding, as much as you can. Feel into that sweet spot. Feel into that place where you're the conduit, right? Connecting floor and ceiling. Feel that light place. Now, don't abandon the sweet spot. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach up, go super slow. As soon as the action starts to happen, stop moving and keep inhaling, keep breathing. And as you exhale, come out of it slow, 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 slow. Don't abandon the sweet spot. Let it appear to disappear. So inhale, reach up, slow. Don't abandon the sweet spot. Stop moving when the action starts. Keep breathing. Exhale, come out of it. Maybe you're hardly moving at all till you get to your action spot. Inhale, reaching slowly. Find its start place. Stop moving. Keep breathing. Exhale, come out of it. And then a couple few breaths. We're going to acknowledge the start and then go a little further. So inhale, reach up. Feel for the start. Go slow. Acknowledge the start and then proceed without abandoning the support. You see, without abandoning, come on out of it. When you exhale, go slow. Stay in that supported place. Inhale, reaching up. Notice the temptation to just go right into the maximum or go just because you can. Just because you can. Exhale, come out of it. And when you're ready, whenever that is, feel into a stretch that's apparent, but not too much. Not too much, but apparent. And then introduce a bow. Reach across to the top arm. Maybe a little bit, maybe more. Belly button this way, belly button that way. Open the top palm some of the time, maybe a lot of the time. Turn it, maybe. Look down, look up. Where do you want to look? You want to give the bottom, the inside hip something to push into your hand, your elbow. You stretch them out wider between your feet. So play around the shape. Play around the shape. Let the standing leg support your weight. Sometimes reach the top hand where it's pointing. So a variation of Chandrasana. In Yin vernacular, they call this morning stretch. There are lots of variations, just one I like to do. When you're ready to come out of there, exhale with your mouth open as you come up. That engages the lines of energy, that Ujjayi breath. It helps, it engages that line of energy. So back and forth a few times. Just feel the consequence of that side bend. Now feel the contrast between your two sides. And find center when you're ready. Find center when you're ready. Bend your elbows. Rest your forearms on your head and wrap your fingers around the opposite arm, elbow. Now, let your shoulders drop down a mile. Push your head up into your arms. Head up, shoulders down. Head up, shoulders down. So super tall, like really tall. Shoulders down. Just relax them. Head up. Now, stay super tall. Stay super tall. Don't collapse at all. But let your arms just like a paper width off your head so you can move your arms. But you're still tall. But you're still tall. Then what I'd like you to do is stay tall, but soften your knees. It'll protect your back and engage lines of energy. Now, you might just do 2 or 3 of these little movements. We'll do them incrementally. You might do 5 or 10. Depends on your back, depends on your shoulders, and so forth. So when you're ready, arms can move. We're going to reach the elbows where they're pointing a little bit, like a smidge. And then reach the elbows back a little bit, like a smidge. Not much. Stretch them out wider between your feet. Now that's the movement. Elbows where they're going, a little bit. Maybe push elbows into fingers, fingers into elbows. Elbows back where they're going, a little bit. So elbows where, reach the elbows in the direction they're going, pause, and then reach the elbows back a little bit. So you just proceed little by little. Take a gander, take a pause after each little movement. Maybe stretch them out wider between your feet. Don't feel like you've got to do more. Sometime maybe make it less. Feel where support's happening. Melt into that and then proceed. Elbows where they're pointing, elbows back. Elbows where they're pointing, elbows back. What happens if you stretch them out wider between your feet? What happens if you push the elbows into the fingers into the elbows, engaging lines of energy? When you're ready to come out of there, right, keep pushing the fingers into the elbows. Migrate your arms slowly where they came from, right over the head. Straighten the legs. Let the arms continue to move past the hairline, past the forehead, eyebrows, eyes. Let your elbows be about shoulder height. About shoulder height. Elbows into fingers, fingers into elbows. Drop your shoulders down a mile. And then go ahead, stop pushing elbows into fingers. Bring your arms toward each other just a little bit. Straighten your fingers, open your arms. Take a fist with one hand, push into the other palm. Feel that. And now go to the other side, push. So feel the difference. One side, other side. Which is the most awkward? Choose the side that feels most awkward, and we'll start by pushing whatever hand it is. We're going to push the fist back. Push it back, feel up the heel. And then go the other way. So maybe your hands are higher, maybe your hands are lower. Just gently push with one and push with the other. Just gently say hello to your spine. Try to up hands, try to down hands. And then slowly push the hands into each other and let the movement, like a pendulum, let the movement get more and more and more subtle. More and more and more subtle. Just pushing the hands together like a pendulum. And just feel your way into where center would be. You gotta feel for that light place again. Let the movement just happen. Let it just subside slowly, not abruptly. And once you feel into the stillness, separate your hands, turn one palm up, one down, hook your fingers and pull. Feel that. So you still engage lines of energy, but you're pulling instead of pushing. Change your hands and do the same thing. Now, which side is most awkward? Choose the awkward side. Use the bottom hand first, and then the top hand. So now we're pulling instead of pushing.
Soften the knees, don't hurt the knees. Back and forth a few times. Some more to the back, some more to the ribs, some more to the spine. And after a handful of those, when you're ready, hold the hand gently and let the movement get smaller and smaller and smaller. Not abruptly. Use the hands, hold. Let the movement, feel your way into where you would go. Feel your way into where you would go. And once you find stillness, feel into that sweet spot, unhook your hands, put your fingers, shoot your hands, shoot your triceps. Shoulders up, chin up, squeeze. Get up your toes, please. Stretch them out wider between the feet. And then drop your shoulders down. And soften your knees and place your hands right on your thighs. Place your hands right on your thighs. Bounce on your arms, little elbows straight, arm bones carry the weight. So feel that, arm bones carry the weight. Let the bouncing stop. Relax the neck angle. Let the head wag your chin back and forth a couple of times. Relax the jaw. Then let the waggling stop. Let your head angle. Now wag your hips like a happy dog back and forth. Relax the belly. Let your back be gently swaying naturally. Arm bones carrying your weight. So you don't need the belly to keep you up. See, let your hips slowly find stillness. Let your hips find stillness. Shrug your shoulders in toward your neck. Shrug your shoulders in toward your neck. And then slowly move your chin away from your heart, slowly away from your heart, just until you start to feel squeezing in the shoulders and neck. Stay there. Breathe there. Breathe in where the action is. Relax your jaw. Like you've got sponges full of water between your shoulders and your neck. You're going to squeeze more and more and more and more water out of the sponge. So maybe the chin proceeds farther and farther from your heart, maybe not. Shoulders up, chin up, relax your jaw in any case. Squeeze. So whatever it is you're holding on to in your shoulders, we're just going to abandon it. We're going to just let it go. We're going to squeeze the sponge dry. Right? And then when you're ready, like a turtle bringing your head out of your shell, lift your head off your shoulders. Push down with your arms, long throat, long. This will be the inhale shape. Notice chin up, tailbone up, peel up your toes. Exhale, round your back, chin down, tailbone down. Let your arm bones carry your weight. So standing cat, tilt, dog, tilt. Inhale, chin up, tailbone up. Move slowly enough to feel the arms supporting you. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, long front, chin up, tailbone up. Exhale, long back, round your back. Move with your breath. Let's just do a couple more of those. So move slowly enough to feel support happening. Let the bones carry the weight. Bones carry the weight. All right, next time you come into your exhale shape, let's stay with your exhale shape. Stay with your back round. Next time, stay with your back round. Let your back stay round. Let your back stay round. And then with your round back, shift your, let's do this. Look at your hands and then straighten your fingers so you're just resting on your palms. Pivot on your palms so your fingers are pointing out in front of your toes. And then cup your knees with your palm. Let your palm just slide right on top of your knee there. So now your arm bones are carrying the weight. Now, what we're going to do is you're going to peel up the heel of the palms, push the hands down gently, peel up the heel of the palms so the fingers start to peel down on the front of the knee. And then you pull up on the patella, the kneecap with your fingers. So now you've taken the weight out of the arms, all the while engaging the lines of energy. So this is going to be exhale shape, rounding the back. Now as you inhale, you're going to peel the palms back down on your thighs, chin up, tailbone up, long foot. So same movement, a little different action. Exhale, rounding the back. Hands push down as you peel the palms up. And when the fingers are on the patella, pull up on the patella gently as you push in. Round your back. Inhale, peel the palms down. Chin up, tailbone up. Let weight be supported by the bones. Exhale, round your back. Hands push in as the palms peel up. Do one more time. Inhale, long front. Exhale, low back. Now keep your back round. Shift your Let's go ahead and let's slide your one hand all the way from the knee up toward the top of the thigh, tippy top of your thigh, away from the knee. Put the heel of the palm at the top of the thigh in the crease in the groin. Plant the palm there, and then shift your weight onto the upper arm. Elbows straight, let the arm bone carry the weight. Wrist people, be careful. Take your second hand, slide that away from your knee, up your thigh as high as you can. Plant the heel of the palm in the groin, in the crease. Right? And then elbows straight, let both arms carry your weight. Soften your knees. Careful your wrists, please. So now inhale, chin up, elbow up. Lean on your arms a lot. And as you exhale, keep leaning on your arms, chin down, tuck your pelvis. Thighs push into hands, hands push into thighs. Squeeze them together. Inhale, chin up, elbow up. Pushing down a lot with your hands. Keep pushing with your hands as you exhale. Chin down, tuck your pelvis, thighs into hands, hands into thighs. One more time. Inhale, long breath. Exhale, long breath. Good. Now find neutral when you're ready. Find neutral. Shift your weight onto one arm. Slide your free hand to your knee. Elbows straight. Give the knee hand arm all the weight. And then take your other hand, slide it down. Right left knee. Elbows straight. Shift your weight onto one arm. And shift your weight onto the other arm. And just go back and forth gently. Shift your weight onto one arm. And shift your weight onto the other arm. And just feel any difference. Feel any difference. Let's shift your weight onto your right leg, right arm. Elbows straight, so there's no weight on your left hand. And then take your left hand off your knee. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Pull the hand into the knee, push the knee into the hand. So push out of the knee, pull into the hand. Push the knee together quite a bit. And then let your hips go. You want to bow your right waist rib side so that your hips start to go left. Bow the waist. Do a side bend action. Knee into hand, hand into knee quite a bit. So we're engaging lines of energy. And then when you're ready, slowly stop with the knee into the hand into the knee business. Give your right arm more and more weight until the right arm is all carrying all the weight. And then when your left hand is free, bring it back to its knee, its own knee. Elbows straight, slowly, slowly shift your weight. Slowly, slowly shift your weight until all the weight is on the left arm. Elbows straight, arm bone carry the weight. When your right hand is free, just bring it all the way to the outside of the opposite knee. Pull the hand into the knee, push the knee into the hand. And then start introducing that bow. Right? Introduce the bow. Maybe a little bit, maybe more than a little bit. Knee into hand, more or less. Play around with those lines of energy. When you're ready, just slowly interrupt the knee and hand business. Give the left arm more and more weight. When your right hand is free, bring it back to its own knee. And just a couple more times. All the way to one side, all the way to the other side. Okay, find center. Gently wiggle, waggle, ziggle, zaggle. And then slide down onto one elbow, forearm. Slide down onto the other elbow, forearm. Soften your knees as much as you can. Push down with the hand. So lift your heart up. Let's go ahead and just flick the fingers a couple of times with your thumbs. Any energy that's coalesced, stagnated in the wrist, the hands, the fingers, let's move it. And then put your thumbs and fingertips together and push them together. That engages lines of energy. Right through the wrists, right through the fingers. So keep your back flat. If you have the anatomy for it, let your back be sway. Depends on your anatomy, but at least keep your back flat. So as you're ready, fingers and thumbs push, exhale, tailbone lead the way up toward the sky. The legs are moving towards straight. They may or may not get straight. Inhale, bend your knees. Thumbs and fingers push. Back stays flat. Exhale, thumbs, fingers push, tailbone lead the way. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, tailbone lead the way. Try one more of those. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, tailbone lead the way. Good. Okay, so relax the fingers. Relax the fingers. Let's do this one. Let's go ahead and find a block. Go ahead and take a block. And put a flat block right between your hands. I like to use the heel of my I like to use the heel of my palms. You might want to put your hands flat on the block or use your fingers on the block or thumbs or both. I like the heel of my palm. You do what you want. And then, so you're going to squeeze the block. As you're squeezing with your hands, I'd like you to put your arms on the inside of your knees. So organize your feet just the perfect distance apart so you can continue to squeeze your knees into your arms as your hands squeeze the blocks. Keep that happening. And then inhale, chin up, tailbone up. Exhale, chin down, tailbone down. So all the while squeezing with the knees, squeezing the block with the hands. Relax your jaw. Inhale, chin up, tailbone up. Exhale, chin down, tailbone down. Inhale, chin up, tailbone up. Use your legs, use your block to squeeze on. Maybe one more time. So remember, the whole window, we're cleaning the whole windshield. And then when you're ready, pause, rest your arms on your legs. Let's put the hands on the bottom of the long block and rest your forehead on the top and just squeeze the block between your hands. Squeeze the block between your hands and your forehead. Keep squeezing the block gently between the hands and the forehead. And as you're ready, exhale, push down with the feet, tailbone lead the way. Squeeze the block, legs towards straight, if not straight. Inhale, bend your knees. Keep squeezing the block. Exhale, tailbone lead the way. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, tailbone lead the way. A couple more of those. Go slow. Inhale, bend your knees. Keep squeezing the block. Exhale, tailbone lead the way. The legs don't have to get straight. Depends on your anatomy. It may or may not. When you're ready, come into your exhale shape. Right? So legs maybe straight, maybe not. You can push your head down. You can sometimes roll more on your right forehead or center. You can roll on your left forehead. So that says hello to your neck a little bit. Make the movement slow if you're going to do it. If you're more bendy, you can slip slide one elbow past the knee and the other elbow past its knee. And even if you're going to wind up folding in half, don't do it all at once. So head pushing into the block, hands pushing up. You can slip slide the elbows incrementally, little by little down your shin bones, as much or as little as you like. As much or as little as you like. Sometimes stretch the mat wider between the feet. You can shift your weight more to the heels, more to the toes. You might peel up the toes. You might just take two blocks and stack your blocks in some configuration and just relax your arms. That can feel good too. Remember, the blocks have different configurations. So you decide what feels good for you. A little forward bend, gentle forward bend, Uttanasana, variation, supported. Supported. Let support happen. Where is more support happening? Remember, feel into that. Feel it. Resist the temptation just to go deeper. Peace isn't there. You don't have to achieve anything first. Feel into where support is happening just because it's happening right where you are. The wave isn't separate from the ocean. Feel into the oceanness of you and then melt into that. Invite that business feeling to fill you up. Right where you are. Right where you are. A few more breaths. And then when you're ready, just relax the arms and the head. So if you have a block, just release the block. And then let your seat come toward your feet. Come on into squatting, Malasana. So maybe sitting on a block or two, maybe not. Depends on your body. Depends on your body. If your feet aren't flat, sit on a block or two. Maybe you have your hands in front of your knees, maybe it's your arms, maybe it's your upper arms, depends on your body. If it's your upper arms, if your hands are free, maybe make a fist with one hand or the other, maybe push your palms together, maybe use a block between your hands. In any case, the idea here is we want to invite the curve out of the spine to redirect any stretch away from the spine into the hips, the groins, the thighs, parts that we typically, at least a lot of us, typically hold. So here's the thing. If you can engage lines of energy in your arms, do that. Relax your jaw. And then shoulders back, knees back, heart forward. Shoulders back, knees back, heart forward, shoulders back, knees back, heart forward, long front. And then without diminishing your heart in any way, just drop your chin. So you have a long neck, long front, long neck. Relax your jaw, then relax the belly. Deep breaths here. Deep breaths here. Okay, and then ease up on that. Keep the blocks handy. Come on down on your back side. So go ahead and grab your, if you have anybody not have one of these guys? We're having good, okay. So take one of these guys. Let's organize it so it's in this direction. And you need a couple of blocks handy, probably a couple of blocks handy. So feet flat. So the idea is going to be for you to not sit on your pillow, but right in front of the pillow, and then scooch up into the pillow, scooch up into the pillow. And the blocks are handy. Come on down on your elbows, forearms, and then snuggle into the pillow. Let the pillow conform to you. This is a big deal. Don't conform to the pillow. This is why I like it. One of the reasons I like these pillows so much. They don't conform to you. They're malleable. So wriggle and snuggle into the pillow. So feet flat on your mat. Careful with your shoulders here. Inhale, push down with the shoulders. Let your heart lift. Push your sacrum into the pillow as you stretch the mat with the feet. Let your chin float up. Don't hurt your neck. So inhale, long front. Exhale, chin toward your heart. Heart toward the pillow. Tuck your pelvis. Reach to the knees. Feel the sacrum peel up. Inhale, wrap your spine around the front of the pillow. Stretch the mat with your feet away from you. Push down with the elbows. Heart lifts, chin floats. Careful with the neck, long front. Exhale, chin toward your heart, heart toward the pillow. Tuck pelvis, peel sacrum, reach to the knees. And then slowly wrap the spine around the front of the pillow. Pause there. Shift your weight onto one arm. Find a block. And let's go ahead and take a nice tall block, put it right behind your head, and then slowly lay down and let that tall block be a pillow. Let the tall block be a pillow. Tall block be a pillow. So let the block go left to right. Let the block go left to right. Your head's on the block. You're resting. Push your head down now, but relax the eyes, the jaw, the tongue. Push your head down. Relax the eyes, the jaw, the tongue. And as you're pushing your head down, exhale, roll your face to the left. Don't roll off the block, but just in that direction, wherever you can go. And then inhale, head pushes down, roll the face to the sky. Exhale, roll the face to the right as you push the head down. As far as you can go, comfortably. Inhale, push the head down. Come on back to center and relax. Relax, like empty. Peel up your right heel, pick up your right foot. Find your right knee. Lace your fingers in front of the knee. Push your knee into your hands. Let it pull on your arms, lifting your torso. So look at your knee. Drop your chin toward your heart, please, and breathe between the shoulder blades, between the vertebrae, behind the heart. Breathe back there. Knee into hands. Knee into hands. Knee into hands. Peel up your left foot and straighten the leg. Reach it away from you. Let the left leg, straight leg, stay hovering, pushing to the knee. Now, elbows straight. Pull the shoulders back and down and down and back and back and down until they don't move anymore. If your shoulders, when they don't move anymore, if you still have room, then bend your elbows. Bring your thigh in. If your thigh slugs up against your body, track it to the side. Track it to the side and pull in. Reach to the straight leg. And then bring your straight leg way up high. And then let go of the knee you're holding on to. Bring that up high. And then reach where you're looking. Navasana supported. Belly toward your thighs. Go. And then bend your second knee. left knee, lace your fingers, push into your hands, and then keep your straight leg straight and bring it all the way, almost to the floor, but not quite, just off the floor. Push the knee and drop your chin, breathe in between the shoulder blades, behind the heart. Behind the heart. Okay, no elbows yet. Pull the shoulders back and down. The knees still pushing into the hands. Pull the shoulders back and down. When the shoulders stop moving, if you still have room, then bend your elbows. When your thigh, if it touches your body, bring it over to the side, track it to the side. Reach for your straight leg, make it super long, and then bring it right up high. And then let go of the other knee. Bring both legs up. Another Navasana, both pose. Reach through your hands. Spread your toes up there. Maybe palms to the sky. And then bend your knees, bring your feet down. Lace your fingers right behind your head. And just pause here for a moment. Relax your jaw. Let your shoulders start to melt down. Let your body be supported. We're supporting with the arms. We're supporting with the arms. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Shoulders drop down. Don't crank on your neck, just arms stay where they are. Now, before you move your arms at all, push your head into your hands. Don't move your arms yet, push your head into your hands. And very slowly, as you're pushing your head into your hands, start to lower your arms. The whole while, the head's pushing into the hands. Slowly, 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 lowering your arms. At some point, don't rush. At some point, the hands are going to rest, fingers are going to rest back on the block. When that happens, just let the arms relax. Let the head keep the fingers right there. The elbows drop, 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 drop toward the floor as far as they go. And then your arms are empty. Breathe up into the armpits. Breathe up into the shoulders. Okay, use your thumbs. Lift your head off your laced fingers. Slide them out from underneath your head. Rest your head on the block. Rest your head on the block. Reach your hands toward the wall behind you. Palms face each other. Push your head down a lot. Reach your hands back. Push your head down a lot. Stretch the mat away from you with your feet. Reach your hands back a lot. Push your head down. And then when you're ready, exhale. You're going to bring your arms right up above you. Okay. Pick up one foot or the other. It doesn't matter which one. Lace your fingers in front. Push the knee into the hand. Lift your head. This will be familiar. Drop your chin toward your heart. Just breathe into the back body. Maybe jostle a bit. When you're ready, pick up your second foot, straighten the leg. Now, without momentum, see if you can resist the temptation of using momentum. Push the knee into the hands, push the knee into the hands, and then the knee you're holding on to, just start to straighten that leg. Spread your toes, start to straighten that leg. Knee into the hands, straighten the leg, little by little by little by little, no momentum. And see if you can use lines of energy to pull you up. If that doesn't work, you can just come on up some other way. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the pillow sideways, left to right. And make sure you've got extra, if not extra, at least enough, sufficient padding on the far side of your pillow. Maybe it's just mat, maybe it's mat and blanket, maybe it's just blanket. You decide. You decide what's going to work for you. We're going to spin around. We're going to hop up on the pillow. And you're going to snuggle in on it. Don't skip that part. Snuggle in on it. And then once you've snuggled in, come on down on your elbows, forearms. So sacrum on the pillow, not the kidneys. Once your elbows are down, snuggle in again. Let the pillow conform to you. And once that's happened, come on down again until your shoulders are down, your head is down. Sacrum stays on the pillow, not the kidneys. Feet stay flat on your mat. And just, can you be daring enough to empty here? Take a couple of moments. Like really pause and let go. This is the advanced part. Big breath in. Let go. Let go. Let support happen right where you are. That's where it's happening. You'll find it where it's happening. It's happening where you'll find it. Okay, push your head down, but keep your face relaxed. Eyes, jaw, tongue relaxed. Push your head down. And then simultaneously, sacrum down. Head down, sacrum down. Head down, sacrum down. You might Use the balls of your feet and stretch the mat away from you a little bit from time to time. Head down, sacrum down, a gentle, sustained action. And then slowly, please not abruptly, slowly empty again. Come back to empty. Feel that. Let it register with you that you're actually having support, being supported. Know it as a feeling. Get in your knowing place, your feeling place. And then again, head down. Keep your eyes, your jaw, your tongue relaxed. And then sacrum down simultaneously. Head down, sacrum down. When you're ready, exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. Peel your way to the front edge of your mat. Don't lift off the front edge of your pillow. Don't lift off the front edge of your pillow. Keep your feet flat, but peel up your toes. That'll help support the knees. It'll lift the arches. It gets energy from your solar plexus all the way down through the legs and out the feet. Without lifting the edge of your pillow, tuck your pelvis a little more. Incremental, tiny, teeny, tiny movements. You might start to feel your thighs at any moment. Tuck your pelvis a little more. Don't lift off the pillow. Tuck the pelvis a little more. And then a little more. Don't lift off the front edge of the pillow. Every little bit, every so often, take a beat or two, and then tuck the pelvis a little more. Don't lift off the front edge of the pillow. Tuck the pelvis maybe more. Don't lift off the front edge of the pillow. Little by little by little. Tuck the pelvis a little more. And a little more. Little by little by little. If you don't go to an extreme, but feel for the edge, and then hang out there. And then just to be sure, tuck your pelvis a little more. You might be surprised after hanging out at what you thought was your limit or your edge, not even your limit. Then things have shifted. You can have a little more space. You can tuck a little bit more. Toes are lifted. And then galore, tuck your pelvis. And then slowly as you inhale, peel the sacrum down onto the pillow. And then tip and tuck the pelvis a few times with your breath. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Scapula may or may not lift. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. Hips may or may not lift. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Scapula may or may not lift. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. Hips may or may not lift. Let's do one more time. Inhale, head down, sacrum down. Exhale, tuck pelvis, peel sacrum. Next time you're inhaling, head down, sacrum down. Pause there, and then empty. Come back to letting go. And really let go. Feel the contrast. Feel the contrast. Okay, let's go ahead and peel up your right heel. Pick up your right foot. Find your right knee. This will be familiar, a little different now. Hips are higher. Lace your fingers in front of the knee. Push the knee into the hands. Let it pull on your arms. Lift your head. A little different here. Chin toward your heart. Breathe between your shoulder blades here. A little more focus there. Pick up your left foot. Straighten the leg. Let it feel parallel to the floor. Spread your toes on the left foot. Maybe on the right foot. Push the knee into the hands. Now, don't bend the elbows. Pull the shoulders back and down until they can't move anymore. Then bend the elbows if you have room. If the thigh snugs up against your body, track it to the side. And then take the leg with you, the right knee leg, and peel your back, shoulders, and head to the mat. Reach to the left foot. Pull down on the right knee. Tip your pelvis forward, sacrum into the pillow. Careful with your hip. Push your head down. Exhale, roll the face first. Chin toward the left shoulder, away from the knee you're holding on to. Inhale, push the head down, roll the face to the sky. Exhale, push head down, roll the face to the right shoulder, chin toward the shoulder. And then have a breath there, pushing head down, reaching to the left foot. Inhale, roll the face to the sky. And then bring your straight leg way up high. Bend the left knee, hold on to both knees, maybe hook your feet, rock side to side. Maybe a tiny movement, maybe a bigger movement. Let the pillow say hello to your back and your sacrum. Find center of sacrum, feel for it. Hold on to the left knee, release the right knee so the right foot can find the mat. And then lace your fingers in front of the left knee. Push the knee into the hand slowly until the elbows are straight. Pause. And then push the knee more. Let it pull in the arms. Lift your head. Your scapula, shoulder blades will lift up, chin toward your heart. Breathe into that back body. Pick up your right foot, straighten your right leg, reach toward the wall, leg parallel to the floor. And then without bending the elbows yet, when you're ready, pull the shoulders back and down. When they stop moving, bend the elbows if you still have room. If your thigh snugs up against your body, track it to the side. And then take the knee with you, peel your back, shoulders, and head to the floor. Reach through the straight leg, pull down on the knee gently. Tip the pelvis forward, push your head down, exhale. First, roll the face away from the knee you're holding on to, over to the right, chin toward the shoulder. Push your head down, inhale, roll the face to the sky. Pushing head down, exhale, roll the face to the left, toward the knee, chin toward the shoulder. Have a breath here, reach through the straight leg, push your head down. And then pushing your head down, inhale, roll the face to the sky, and then straight leg sweeps right up to the sky. Bend that knee, hold on to both knees, and this time don't hook your feet. If you hooked them last time, go side to side, rock. Maybe a big movement, maybe a smaller movement. Okay, find center, sacrum, when you're ready, find center, wrap your arms around your legs, lasso your legs, so knees roughly the crook of your elbows, maybe hook your fingers and hold on, maybe clasp one wrist with the other hand, so whatever works for you, lasso your knees and then start to squeeze your knees out into your arms. Spread your toes, squeeze your knees into your arms. Maybe your feet stay touching or stacked, maybe you separate your feet a little bit, your toes a little bit. So feel what feels best for your hips. Keep squeezing the knees into the arms, and as you squeeze your knees out, start to reach your hands away from you a little bit. So the arms, in turn, squeeze in as the knees are squeezing out. And a few breaths here. Breath still happening, knees squeezing out, hands reaching away from you, spreading the toes. While that action is happening, you don't need to be clenching your eyes, your jaw, your tongue. And then slowly relax the legs, relax the arms, just hold on with your hand. Let the belly relax. Let the belly relax. And then when your belly's relaxed, go ahead and let go with your hands, let your arms drop. Elbows drop all the way to the floor. Elbows drop all the way to the floor. Rest your hands in your legs. Belly empty, legs empty. Use your hands and jostle your legs a little bit. Jostle legs a little bit. And then let the jostling slowly subside. Just let one foot come down to the floor, let the other foot come down to the floor. And just pause here for a moment. Some of you may want to just straighten one leg, straighten the other leg, and let your hips stay up. That might feel good on your groins, your lower abdomen. You can totally hang out there if it feels good. Another option, if you don't want to straighten your legs, or if when you straighten your legs it doesn't feel really yummy, then peel up with your feet flat, peel up your heels, inhale, head down, sacrum down. And as you exhale, tuck the pelvis, peel sacrum. When your hips lift off the pillow, you can slide it out from underneath your hips. You can bring your hips all the way to the mat, and you can put the skinny pillow right across your belly, and you can have your legs in Baddha Konasana with blocks underneath your thighs. That might feel really yummy. If you don't want to have the pillow on the belly, which feels yummy, but there's lots of options. You can always put the pillow, if it's not underneath you, if it's not on the belly, you can put the pillow where the feet are and cross your legs. Let your legs rest on the pillow. You could reach your arms over by your head and rest your forearms. Forearms can rest on blocks if the arms are overhead. Bend your elbows. Rest your forearms on blocks. That would feel good on the shoulders maybe. Or if your arms are down along your side, you might rest your hands on skinny blocks, unless you're using the blocks for the legs. So the invitation really isn't so much about
how you're doing what you're doing. It's more what's happening. What's it feel like? What's happening? What's it feel like? Let it feel good. Let it feel good. Feel for the sweet spot. It's not static. Just continue to let yourself be moved. In the stillness, there is movement. Let it happen. And then within that movement, there is a sweet spot. There is a stillness. The fulcrum, the balance point, the point of perfection, and it's within you. Now, the ongoing open invitation for you, you can ignore it or you can embrace it and welcome it. It's always being proffered. It's an open invitation. It's an open secret. But the ongoing open invitation is to let yourself be moved through the rest of the day, not from your head, but from this inner place. And just be like the waves being moved, moving across the ocean, like being moved. Be the wave and embody peace and balance. Be daring enough and willing enough to be the evidence of peace embodied. Just be the portal place. Be the interface place. Let peace come through and just let it exude from you. Let it radiate from you. What happens? Notice what happens. It's compelling to those around you. It's inspiring to those around you. When you wear your light bright without apology, it compels others to wear their light bright. Naturally. Because it's the most natural, organic way of being in our body, being on the planet. In a word, yoga-ing. And yoga-ing can look like going through your day. That's prayer in action. That's knowing in action. Being in action. And it changes the world. And when you dare to be it, so others can see it, they too will be it, and then together, it happens. And it's time for more happening. We're kind of at a time where it's a little bit like when you're popping popcorn. I started generating the other day because I really wanted popcorn. Got my air popper out. So you got the kernels of corn in there. And you get to a point where one or two pop, and then suddenly it's just pop, 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 pop. Things are popping. it's hopping, it's happening. So be daring and willing enough to just pop. That's the whole point. And it's not a doing, it's just an allowing. The rain be like raining peace. Thanks for being here today. We're here all week. Come, yoga. Namaste. So glad you made it. Thanks for joining online. Uh-oh, what's this say?